Hey guys, back again for another body swap review for you. This is Big from 1988. Of course, you've heard of this movie. Everybody knows this movie. I was a big fan of this as a kid, and I picked up the Blu-ray because I didn't have it. But this actually has the extended version in it, as well as the theatrical version, which is what I was used to. And it's been so long since I've seen this, I don't really know what the differences are in the two. I know there's a little bit more with the relationship with the old Josh and his girlfriend, whatever. But other than that, I couldn't really pinpoint huge differences in the two. But it's like 20 or 30 minutes longer. But yeah, of course, everybody loves this movie, and it is directed by Penny Marshall, and this is the film that she became the first female director to gross over $100 million with this film. So it's got that going for it, and it's, in my opinion, what really put Tom Hanks into the superstar status that he is today. One of the films around this period of time, because he really showcased that he could be a dramatic actor as well as he's got the comedy down. We all love Bosom Buddies, but he's got the dramatic chops as well. So really some parts of this movie really tug at my heartstrings, man, because you really feel sorry for him. He like misses his mom and stuff, and he wants to be a kid again. But yeah, all-star cast in this one: Tom Hanks, Elizabeth Perkins, Robert Loggia, John Hurd, David Moscow plays the young Josh. Which, before I did this review, like, I was thinking about this. Like, I could have bet all the money I have that Fred Savage played the young Josh in this movie. I don't know why I thought that, but obviously I'm wrong. It's David Moscow, and the reason why I was going to say that is because Fred Savage plays in one of the other films. He stars in one of the other films I'm going to be reviewing for this week, and vice versa. He plays the kid in that one. But also stars John Lovitz. Just all-star cast in this one. You really can't go wrong with that set of folks. Everybody loves the scene where Robert Loggia and Josh get on the piano, the the piano that's on the floor. I don't know exactly what the hell it is, but dancing around playing chopsticks and shit like that, heart and soul. But all the toys in this movie, I remember is at one point he's playing with some Transformers, and I was like, oh man, I had those Transformers. That's awesome. But lots of really cool toys. That's actually what he is his job eventually is. I guess he's the research department, or whatever you would call it. He's he plays with the toys and lets them know if they're good or bad. But yeah, everybody knows the plot of this. He wants to be big because he can't get on this ride. He's too short to ride whatever ride at the amusement park, and there's the girl that he has a crush on. So he goes to the Zoltar Speaks. I want to be big, and your wish is granted. And wakes up the next day and he's huge. And that scene right there is just hilarious to me when he's trying to put on his little boy britches, and he can't get them on, and he's just running around, and his mom sees him. It's just all hilarious, man. That whole part of the film. But then he goes, and he's got his best buddy, who kind of helps him through the process, helps him get set up in the city, and they hang out for a little while. He kind of supports him while he's trying to deal with this adjustment, major adjustment in his life. Like, can you imagine like being a kid and then being a grown man like that? Like, man, I would do some crazy shit. But yeah, then he goes, finds a job, gets to move up in his job, starts dating the girl at his work, and then decides he has to call it quits, and eventually track down another Zoltar Speaks, or maybe it's the same one, and goes to it, has to be normal sized again, whatever, and transforms back into a boy. Yeah, definitely the most dramatic of the films I'm going to be talking about, because this deals with the whole aspects of him once was a boy, now as a man, is it's not necessarily the body swap like the other films. The other films, you're actually swapping. It's usually the dad swaps with the son, or something of that. Something similar to that. In A Dream a Little Dream, he swaps with the old man. But in this, is not no other person involved. It's him turning into a grown man. So it's really no one there to help him through the process. And yeah, like I said earlier, it's got some really dramatic, sappy moments, but I think they really work because Tom Hanks is a good actor, and great directing, great writing, everything else. Um, just a great movie all around. Hopefully you've seen it. If not, go turn it on. You can find it somewhere. It's it's not streaming anywhere. I can tell you that because I look for it on YouTube and it's not on there. But I picked this up for $6, $7, something like that. So check this out. This is the 25th anniversary, something like that. Whatever the anniversary edition. But yeah, solid flick, and yeah, don't really have a whole lot more to say about it. Great film. I loved it when I was a kid. Oh, I will say this. I remember the scene where he's about to get physical with his coworker. What's her name? Susan. Uh, he goes and he touches her breast, and she's wearing a bra. I remember that being really awkward watching that with my parents. It was me and a buddy of mine and my parents like watching it for it may have been the first time that I saw the film, but really really awkward scene watching it with your parents. I always hated that shit, still do. But yeah, I'll